Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NFL news. I've covered in the last 2 days, so there'll probably be a lot of NFL news to talk about here, so let's get into it. So, the NFL could ban the hip drop tackle this offseason. Peter King says, quote, he expects the rule to be more aggressively on a rule change on hip drop tackles. Is it time for the NFL to ban this type of tackle? It happened with Jordan Travis, Mark Andrews. The NFL shouldn't change this, man. We're just gonna have lame flag football soon, man. You don't want to. You mean trying to be tackled someone who doesn't want to be tackled? I mean, might as well ban the tush push while we're at it. I mean, look, what are we doing here? Because I don't think they should ban this because it will create many judgment penalties that get missed and weak ones get called, just like roughing the passer and targeting from NFL and college football. The league's going to run itself to the ground if this happens, man. How the hell will they be able to tackle then? Then how are they supposed to make tackles? It's like this the film shouldn't do. They shouldn't do this, man. So, NFL players, the hashtag NFL players vote on the following via The Athletic. Best player in the NFL, Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, biggest trash talker, Lions, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, coach you'd like to play for, Steelers, Mike Tomlin, most annoying fan base, the hashtag Eagles, worst stadium, the hashtag Jets and hashtag Giants, best stadium, the hashtag Chiefs, and 82.7% of the players have concerns about injuries while playing on turf fields. All fields should be grass. Get rid of the freaking turf. Yeah, C.J. Gardner-Johnson's a pretty big trash talker. I mean, I'm not surprised. But everyone hates MetLife. It's either those two or FedEx Field. I think FedEx Field was voted the second worst. But yeah, ultimately this is pretty good. I think Mahomes is one of the best players in the league. So Tom Brady, he says there's a lot of, quote, mediocre football in the NFL today. He says that players like Ronnie Lott, Ray Lewis, and Ronnie Harrison would get penalized every game if they played today. So he basically says it's a lot of mediocre football. And he didn't, people say, oh, he helped it to grow what it is now. No, he didn't. That's just how, he statistically got the least amount of roughing the passer penalties. It's not on him. It's on the refs. It's not literally his fault. He said the most important thing about coaching and fundamentals. Also, he talked about throwing receivers into any coverage and causing injuries. He had nothing to do with the rules benefiting the receivers. I mean, and basically on the NFL now, Tom Brady talked about being mediocre. He notes the lack of development and coaching of players not being as good as it once was. I think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL. I don't see the excellence that I saw in the past. I think the coaching isn't as good as it was. I think the development of young players is as good as it was. The rules have allowed a lot of bad habits to get into the actual performance of the game. So I just think the product, in my opinion, is less than what it's been. I mean, the players nowadays like discipline. Some players, like discipline. I think he's telling the truth, but some people want to take it as him crying, but he's crying. The NFL product, some of the players are just not disciplined. Some of the young players, just development isn't there nowadays. So I think he's right. So, this isn't a good look. So remember the hashtag remember the NFL fined the hashtag Bills QB Josh Allen $10,927 for pointing at a Bengals linebacker in Week 9 during a TD run. He was also flagged in the play. Now an official NFL account is using the same image on social media. They even tagged him in it. And they even deleted the account. Not deleted the account, but deleted the tweet. NFL Game Day. But they want to address the issue of excessive fines. They freaking just robbed Josh Allen that money. Roger Goodell just stealing money from the players. So So we got some NFL ratings. The hashtag Eagles and hashtag Chiefs Monday Night Football game was the most watched game on Monday Night Football since 1996. It had 29 million viewers. It was the most watched NFL regular season game since Thanksgiving in 2022, and most watched game of any kind since Super Bowl LVLL. The ESPN, not part of the nerd community, don't know those Roman numerals, but. And Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli with 1.9 million viewers, the show's best in more than 2 years. The audience even peaked at 31.2 million viewers. NFL is king. It's insane to me that games from that long ago had higher viewership than today's games. It was a great game to watch last night, and the fact that it's on ABC now makes it significantly easier to watch with ESPN. And some people read in the comments, "Ooh, Dallas fans crying." If Eagles fans' first feeling about ratings is to bring up Dallas fans, then we must be freeing those Eagles fans' heads. Be ready to beat them the next time we play them. But, anyways. So we had some breaking news today. The hashtag Colts have cut former 3-time All-Pro linebacker Shaq Leonard. And he says goodbye to the Colts in the city of Indianapolis. So he basically got cut from the team. It sucks. And unfortunately, it makes sense. He can't tackle anymore. He hasn't been the same since 2021. And with the injuries, he's been paid way too much to be the third string linebacker. So, unfortunately, it makes sense. But it definitely sucks. But he's still a really good guy. I mean, even after getting cut, he was handing out free turkeys to Indianapolis families in needs. And he told me, if the Colts told him yesterday that he'll be inactive going forward this season and was waived by the team, he's not considered retirement. He hasn't ruled out possibility of playing for another team this year. He's a 28-year-old pro. He's still got juice. I mean, I feel like he does. I feel like he can still play at a high level. But not but not as good as he used to. So, the hashtag Browns an update announced that QB Deshaun Watson underwent a successful surgery. Watson is expected to return to the team in 2024. He'll be at home counting his millions in the meantime. So, he'll be back in 2024 from the right shoulder surgery. So, we have a flex for Week 13 in the NFL. Texans Broncos moved to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Panthers Bucks moved to 4:05 p.m. Flexing these two games is like nothing. This is the flexing they do. We want them to flex games in this? For what reason? I mean, I guess because the 49ers and Eagles is on at 4:20 p.m. I guess they'd rather move this game, Texans Broncos, to the hottest teams in the league, to watch at 1 p.m. But that's the worst flex ever. Like, nobody wants to watch freaking Bucks Panthers at 4 p.m. Come on. Teams with the most penalties in the NFL entering Week 12, the Seahawks with 93, 76 counted against. Giants, 89 total, 62 counted against. Tied 3 are the Cowboys and Packers with each 87 total, 74 counted against for the Cowboys, 72 counted against for the Packers. The Cardinals with 5 at 5, 86 total, and 76 counted against. So, based on only counted against teams with most penalties, Seahawks at 1, Cardinals and Cowboys tied at 2 with 74, and the Bears and Bills each tied with 73 on this list. So, update. The hashtag Dolphins have signed wide receiver Robbie Chosen Anderson to the active roster after releasing him a few days ago. Well, from unchosen back to chosen. He literally played Sunday. So, breaking, the hashtag Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas is getting placed on an injured reserve per at Brooke Chesney. He suffered a, quote, significant injury. It was reported November 13th that Thomas and Lattimore suffered significant injuries, and it looks like he's getting placed on injured reserve. Well, again, he's on injured reserve, man. It sucks this guy can't stay healthy anymore, but it's just truth. Update, hashtag Rams running back Kyren Williams is expected to return for Week 12 against the hashtag Cardinals. They waived veteran running back Darrell Henderson. So Kyren Williams is officially going to be back on the team, coming back from injury. So the fewest total TDs allowed on defense entering Week 12. The Ravens at 1, 49ers at 2, tied third the Steelers and Jets each with 18. And the Chiefs and Titans tied at 4 with 19. Fewest total points allowed per team so far this season total, not just defense. The 49ers at 1, the Chiefs at 2, the Cowboys at 3, Ravens at 4, and Browns at 5. So in the total points, 5 of the best defenses in the league this year. In my opinion, the Titans are top 5 in something at least. The Eagles don't have a top defense. By the way, just saying. So the hashtag Chiefs are 32nd in the NFL in second half points per game, which is 5.3. Teams with the fewest second half points in the first 10 games of the season since 2013. 2019 Dolphins, 37. 2016 Browns, 51. 2023 Chiefs, 53. The 2016 Browns were 1-15 that season. The 2019 Dolphins were 5-11. They just don't have the talent, like, offensively at wide receiver. Like, 3 straight games they haven't scored in the second half, and I'm sure they'll get together to at least be average. Purdy report. Hashtag Packers running back Aaron Jones is unlikely to play Thursday against the hashtag Lions with a MCL sprain injury. Per Adam Schefter, he's considered week to week. He suffered a knee injury. It's an MCL sprain, so a huge loss, and he's going to be out for that game, and they're probably going to lose it anyway, but I think they're definitely going to lose now. So we had an update yesterday. The Jets are demoting Zach Wilson to the third stringer. Trevor Siemian is the new backup to starting Tim Boyle per the team. He should be cut at this point. Like 59 complete percentage, he just isn't that good. And Jets Aaron Rodgers, an update, says he admits he has, quote, personal guilt over the benching of QB Zach Wilson being benched. He says that he's disappointed the plan to have Zach sit, watch him play, blew up after one drive in the 2023 season. This is disappointing. I have some personal guilt around the whole thing. It's basically what he was saying. And I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think he had any personal guilt over that. Come on. Zach Wilson. I don't think he would have been good anyways. I mean, he's getting demoted to be the third stringer. It's just their offense under him. Him and Nathaniel Hackett ranked like 32nd in first downs, 32nd offensive touchdowns, 32nd in third down percentage, 30th in points per game. It's like, Sean Payton was right, the Jets are a dumpster fire. Or whatever he said. The hashtag Jets say that left tackle Mekhi Becton will try to play on Friday against the Dolphins, despite reports saying otherwise. Earlier today, Josiah Anderson first reported that Becton will try to play despite his injury. He hasn't been ruled out. There's no point. He's gonna get destroyed by Phillips or Bradley Chubb. There's no point. He's probably playing less than he'd be playing at less than 100%. So I don't think he should play. Purdy report. The hashtag Steelers are signing linebacker Blake Martinez off the hashtag Panthers practice squad per Adam Schefter. Martinez previously retired from the NFL at age 29 to start his own Pokemon trading cards company, but recently unretired after he was permanently banned from allegedly scamming Pokemon collectors. Well, I guess no Miles Jack. I think they signed them both, actually. Miles Jack and Blake Martinez. The Jets signed QB Trevor Siemian to the active roster after demoting Zach Wilson to the third string per an update today. So, we had some breaking news today. The hashtag Steelers have fired offensive coordinator Matt Canada. There's going to be some happy Steelers fans today saying that. Probably used to pray for times like this. I think it's about time. Per report, Jets starting tackle Mekhi Becton is expected to be out 1 to 2 weeks with a grade 1 ankle sprain. But I mean, he said he's going to try to play, but I don't think he should, to be honest. Free agent QB Cam Newton reveals no NFL team called him for 2 years. Cam says he wants to play in the NFL, but it is up to him. The Bengals and Browns lost their starting QBs this past week, but so far no call. And his last 2 stints, he didn't light the world on fire, so I mean, nobody's going to bring him in. Per report, hashtag Dolphins owner Stephen Ross is working on selling a minority stake in the team, Hard Rock Stadium in F1 Miami, to hedge fund manager Ken Griffin. Per Andy Slater, the NFL is aware of it as well. Griffin is worth $35 billion. Dang, he's really gonna sell the team. The top 5 linebackers of all time, according to 49ers Fred Warner, is Patrick Lewis, Ray Lewis, Bobby Wagner, Luke Kuechly, and Dre Greenlaw. Automatically bad. Dre Wagner, Jesus Christ. Dre Greenlaw, excuse me, Dre Greenlaw, Jesus Christ, this is trash. Updated 2024 NFL Draft Order. The last thing I'll talk about in this video, I'll do another NFL news video later. Panthers 1-9, Bears pick via Bryce Young trade, Cardinals at 2, Patriots at 3, Bears at 4, Giants at 5, Titans at 6, Commanders at 7, Falcons at 8, Packers at 9, and Bucks at 10. And Patriots, one more thing, Patriots coach Bill Belichick declines to name Mac Jones his starting QB for a Giants game. I've told all the players the same thing, be ready to go, basically all the quarterbacks. So yeah, we'll see what happens there by 10 next Mac Live. Peace.